Hello, it's Donnie from the Philomath Montessori School. Thank you for joining me. Today is a rainy day and it's not inviting me out to work in the garden, so I'm going to work with some plants inside. Today I'm going to clone a houseplant. Cloning is when you take a part of a living thing and you use it to grow a whole new living thing. If you watched my video on the immune system, you heard me say that living things are made of teeny tiny building blocks, too small to see, called cells. And that the cells have intelligence and they know what to do. And I'm going to use their power to make a new houseplant for myself today. Over the last several weeks, I have been taking cuttings from my houseplants. This is something that you definitely need to get your parents' permission to do. Absolutely. When you take a cutting from a houseplant to make a clone, you find a nice long stem. Now this is my beautiful polka dot plant. Isn't it lovely? Aren't the leaves magnificent? But it is getting, as my mother would say, a bit leggy. It's getting longer than I want it to be. It's supposed to be kind of bushy in its shape and it's getting too long. So this plant is a very good candidate for me to take a cutting from. And I'm going to do that right now. I'll take a nice long stem of it and I will cut it. I'm leaving the rest of it at a nice length to help the plant look pretty. I'm kind of shaping it up and improving that plant as I take stems to make more plants. So when you do a cutting, when you make a cutting, you take your stem and you pull off all the lower leaves. These leaves are gorgeous. I will be pressing these in a book later and drying them and using them for art because they are so exquisite, this polka dot plant. Continue taking the leaves off till I have a bare section of stem. This section of stem has no leaves on it, and this can go in my glass of water. I've had this glass of water sitting on a sunny windowsill for some weeks now with stems in it, stems from different houseplants. The polka dot plant and my peperomia plant. Okay, let's put this new cutting in there. And it will sit there for some weeks in the water and it will go through some changes. Let me show you. Here's a pot I'll be using today. I'm going to put that there. And I want to show you some stems that have been sitting in the water a while. One of these stems has been in the water longer than the other, and it has started to grow teeny tiny root hairs. There, now you can see them. Do you see those teeny tiny fuzzy things growing on the stem? Those are root hairs, the beginnings of roots. This one doesn't have them yet. It hasn't been in the water long enough. So this one will go back in the water. And it will stay there for some more weeks. But this one has started to grow those root hairs, the beginnings of roots. It's ready to go into soil now. Isn't it amazing that this stem knew how to grow roots. And later, it will even know how to grow leaves. All right, now, the only tool I need is a pencil. I have filled my pot with potting soil, and I just need to use my pencil to make a tunnel into the soil. And this was the one with the root hairs. It will go right into that tunnel. Right in there. And I'll firm the soil around it. Press the soil around it. And I will take this to the sink. And I will gently water it, very gently, so as not to disturb the soil, until it is really soaking wet, just soaking wet. And the water will start running out the bottom, running out this hole. And then after all the water has drained out, then I will take the pot, I will put it on a saucer, and I will put it in a sunny place. And after some weeks, those little tiny root hairs that we saw will grow nice, big, strong, sturdy roots. And that will be the beginning of a plant. As my other cuttings grow root hairs and they get ready, I'll make more holes in this same pot, and I'll put more stems in there. And those stems will grow other stems. Let me show you a plant that I made. Nature made it, I guess. I just helped. This lovely little bushy plant was just 2 scrawny stems like that. And it has made this lovely little plant. It's getting nice and bushy. It sits on a shelf in my bathroom near a window because polka dot plants like the sun. I hope you try cloning plants. Put those stems in the water and wait patiently for a few weeks, and then look at them to see if there are root hairs. If there are root hairs, you're ready to put them into the soil. Now I'm going to start cleaning up. Cleaning up is very important. I also forgot to show you that I protected my workspace with a cookie sheet, and I put a kitchen towel under my cookie sheet. That's what I used to protect my tabletop today. So work smart, protect your area, clean up thoroughly when you are finished, and have a wonderful time making clones of houseplants. Goodbye. Have a terrific day.